Yes, on the 7th of February this year, we were invited to go to a community in Ward 5 here in Abakulusi. And we met at the primary school, Mgobozi Primary School. When we arrived there, there's one small tree in the schoolyard, there's 3 buildings, and then there's a dilapidated outbuilding for the bathrooms. The boys' bathroom doesn't even have a toilet. There's no wash basins for them to wash their hands. According to official documents, I am in part of a coalition with the IFP, but we are not being treated as coalition partners. So what happens is the IFP will make a decision and they expect us just to agree with them without even consulting us beforehand. So for example, if they decide to elect a deputy mayor,
Sekubingelela siyakwamukela mbukelo Makhiwa TV. Usukena namhlanje ke sizakwena sibukhoma la eFryhead eWest End ngase Engine Garage la VFPLUS khona. Ibukeka ke inomkhankaso wabo ke okrecruiter ke. Joining me now is the VFPLUS chairperson in this branch. Welcome to the Makhiwa TV and good day.
Good day, sir. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I am extremely well and I'm privileged to have you joining us here today.
Nice one. Please tell us the purpose of today and why we are here today.
Today we are here at West End so that people can come and join the party and see if they are registered to vote in the correct wards, and then we can also assist them with that if they want to register for voting and to make sure all their details is correct.
So I guess this is the preparation for the upcoming elections. So far, where are you with the preparations?
This is an ongoing thing. We are going to be more visible. We want to reach out to all the communities. We want to see if we can help anybody with any issues they have. And then we just try to do our best.
So how often does these campaigns like this take place?
So today we have this one. On next week, Thursday, I have one of the members of parliament coming through to Vryheid. He is on the portfolio for agriculture, land redistribution, and basic education as well as higher education. So he's coming to a public gathering, and people is welcome to come and ask him questions and see what answers they can get from him. It will be at the Boeresal, there by the auction kraal. Yeah. So there.
You are mentioning a very important portfolio committee, which is agriculture. Currently, we know that the country is facing a mouth-and-mouth disease.
That foot-and-mouth.
Yeah, so I just want to get a picture of how are you as VFPLUS planning to tackle this issue?
We have... Actually, this is a big thing that you must ask Dr. Wynand Boshoff. He's the expert on this. And he will tell you that was this issue that we are facing today was identified in 2006 already. Okay. And they warned the government that if they do not intervene, things will escalate, and this is where we are sitting now. So we are putting pressure on them, on the Department of Agriculture, so that private vets and the farming community can work hand in hand with the government so that they don't have the total authority over everything.
Yeah, because this thing is a threat to the food security. Now, another thing that you are mentioning is a education-based thing. I want to know, you have mentioned earlier on while you were off air, that you visited a school and you were disappointed to arrive in a situation that you arrived at.
Yes, on the 7th of February this year, we were invited to go to a community in Ward 5 here in Abakulusi. And we met at the primary school, Mgobozi Primary School. When we arrived there, there's one small tree in the schoolyard, there's 3 buildings, and then there's a dilapidated outbuilding for the bathrooms. The boys' bathroom doesn't even have a toilet. There's no wash basins for them to wash their hands. There's no playground for the children to play when it's recess. So what I did is I took pictures of the whole setup. I escalated it to our leadership, and we have sent a letter to the MEC of the province, and so we are waiting for a reply from them, and then we will do a media release so that we can see if we can't improve matters at that school.
Okay, very nice. Now let's talk about VFPLUS in Vryheid. What can you say to a person who have this understanding of VF Plus is a white-based political party?
I think the misconception is because in our constitution it says we are standing for minority rights. And if you look at minority rights, you have to look at the broader spectrum. The Khoisan in South Africa, as an example, they are a minority. If you look even in the Zulu culture, and I'm referring now to the Zulus in KZN, you have your king, then you have his leadership, and then it goes down. So if you get to the ground level and you are not from the right lineage, you fall in a minority group because you don't get direct access to the king. And we also stand for those minorities. So it doesn't matter who the minorities are. If you are being pushed aside because of other people's agendas, that is the minorities we are fighting for.
I'm not sure if I am misunderstanding or if I misunderstood that thing that was said. I don't know if I think it was in the Northwest Province. There is one person who asked the VF Plus whether today stand for everyone, and then the answer was they will put whites before everyone in their party. I'm not sure if you are aware of that video that was circulating on social media.
No, I'm not aware of that video. What I do know is that our leader, Dr. Corné Mulder, said when I think you are all aware of this 360 Groenewald on Facebook that is run by Whitey Totsetsi, which is exploding all over the country. And in response to that, a lot of people say we must proactively go to the communities and see if we can't win them over. And what Dr. Mulder said is, we are not going to go to your communities and look for you. But if you reach out to us, we will help you. We will go to you and we will see what we can do to help you. But we're not going to go there if we are not called to go there. So looking after white people, that is maybe something that is misconstrued. I can't comment on that because I wasn't part of that discussion or I haven't seen that clip. So I'm rather not say anything about it unless I have all the facts.
Yeah, my thing is, even if you would say right now, you will put them as your priority, I don't think it would be a bad thing to say, because if you compare with other parties, like the black dominated parties, they just do that exactly, like putting the lives of the blacks years forward. So the other things that I want us to talk about is the situation here in Vryheid, your road, which have more potholes. Other thing, like illegal immigrants that are here in Vryheid. So how are you as VF Plus planning to tackle those issues?
Okay, so with the potholes, we need to allocate the funds to the roads that comes from the Department of Transport. So we need to make sure that the money that is allocated to the right places must be utilized there and not for other purposes. That's the first thing, and that brings us back to accountability. If we cannot be holding the municipality as it is accountable, then they are failing in their jobs. So that's the only way to tackle this. With foreigners, if they have all the legal documents in place and they are registered as business owners, then as long as they comply with the law, they are contributing financially to the well-being of the community. So I don't see a problem. The issue arises when they are doing something illegal. And that's where our courts and our police system must then be actively involved in rooting out those problems, like drugs. If there's maybe a community from outside that brings drugs into the community, it must be rooted out because it is killing our children, it is killing our families, and it cannot be tolerated.
We do know that the government here in Vryheid, especially Abaqolosi municipality, is being led by a coalition. So we'd like to know your role in that government of that setup.
According to official documents, I am in part of a coalition with the IFP, but we are not being treated as coalition partners. So what happens is the IFP will make a decision and they expect us just to agree with it without even consulting us beforehand. So for example, if they decide to elect a deputy mayor, they do not come to us and say, listen, we want to present this person as the deputy mayor. Will you support us in this decision? We are not consulted, and that is not how a coalition works. A coalition is a partnership. It is where people work together to strive to get to the right solutions. And we are not being treated as a coalition partner currently.
So in other words, you are trying to tell us that you are not happy with where you stand in the coalition government in Vryheid.
Yeah, I am not satisfied with how we are being treated, because you can't call it a coalition if you do not talk to your partners. It's like being married to your wife and you make decisions and you don't include her in those decisions.
Let's revisit the 19 November iPad Roadshow, whereby you were reprimanded while trying to address the public.
Yeah, it's because once you start saying things that is uncomfortable, then they try to shut you down. And they have people that try to silence you, because they know the moment that the truth comes out, the people's eyes will open, and then they will see, listen, we need to change, and they don't want to facilitate those changes.
But what is it exactly that you were trying to tell the public that day?
One of the things that the mayor said were the potholes that they fix in the road, is that when they've dug up the road, it's open for 2-3 days because the problem with the tar coming. And they want to shift the blame to the people who must go and fetch the tar, or the plant who is producing the tar. But that is not the problem. The problem is poor planning. That was one of the issues I was trying to lift out. If you have complete control over your people that's working there, and the planning structures is in place, that should not be the issue. So don't blame something that is unavoidable.
So another issue that we are adding is that there is a lack of proper planning in the municipality plannings here, especially with patching up the road, the potholes in the road.
Yes, because if you have people that does the planning correctly, if you know you're going to fix that part of the road, before you start digging up, you know it's going to take you maybe 2 hours to dig up the road. It's going to take 2 hours to get the tar from the plant in Piet Retief or wherever they procure it from. Then that truck must be already on its way here with the tar, and you start digging out the road. So once you have finished digging out the road and preparing it, the tar arrives, and then you put it in and you can roll it and you can fix the road. So to say, we dig up the road, now we wait for the tar, that's unacceptable.
Okay, before we conclude our conversation, I will only give you 1 minute to tell people who are watching us right now. Give them good reasons why would they want to join VFPLUS today.
The best reason is accountability. If you want a government that is accountable, who is not going to tolerate corruption, who wants to have the best for each and every person in our country, then you vote for Freedom Front Plus.
Well, there you have it. Ukukhumshela ke mbukeli ke kwezinye zezinto ezithe zahlaluka ke ingxoxweni yethu usukwini namhlanje ke nochairperson wayo ke VFPLUS ubalule ukuthi ke bake bavakashela ke isikole ebisibizwa ngeMgobhozi Primary School la abafica khona ke izinto engathokozisi njengama toilet angafunction ngendlela efanele, njenge water supply engafunction ngendlela efanele, bese kuba ke nama conditions isikole akuso ke ngibone ke nezintambo ekagesi laphana engagculisi neze. So utheke ke bazobhalela ke abaphezulu ke noma ke uMEC wakhona la kwaZulu Natal wezemfundo ukuthi ke akwazi ukulathenda lo ladaba. Uphinde ke waveza ke nange meeting ababe nayo ke lapha sesilemet ku IP Road live nje wakhona ke sathi ke ukhuluma into ezibalekile. Uthi ke kwezinye izinto ke akethi uyayiveza lapha yana ke indlela ke iplanning phesho kwama potholes emgwaqeni eyayenziwe ngayo, babethatha ke abakamasipala ke babethanda ukushifta iblame beyiseke bantwini okwakumele ke bayolanda itha, kanti ke yena ke wayekholelwa ukuthi ama potholes kwangaplanwanga ngendlela efanele ukuthi bawavale. Uphinde ke wathi kungamampunge ukuthi iVFPLUS ibeka i-interest yabantu abamhlophe phambili kuya abantu abamnyama. Uthe iVFPLUS eyawo wonke umuntu ayikhethe bala la muntu, njengoba ke sisonke ke la eVryheid.